I don't know if I'm ready.
You should be.
Because Darkrain is going to be on stream, and so is Bluezaft. These are two of my favorite players for completely different reasons.
Your heart can't handle this.
I can't, man. I can't. I love Bluezaft so much because of just his mentality of the game.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of this scene from Searching for Bobby Fischer, where he's playing against his sensei, who happens to be this street chess hustler type of character, played by Lawrence Fishburne. And this is just after he had spent a lot of time playing with his teacher, who was his traditional English grandmaster, played by Ben Kingsley. And the lesson that he learns from the street hustler, something that he says over and over again, is never play the board, always play the man. And that is something that I think Bluezaft is so good at. He's not necessarily the best at, say, very technical inputs, which is why he's opting for a character like Jigglypuff, but what he is so excellent at is consistently breaking down the players sitting next to him and solving the puzzle that is the opponent.
And that's a big thing to be said here, and that's different than what you see from a lot of other players out there, is that he's very old school in that mindset. He's very good at just simply implementing his will on the opponent. However, guys like, Darkrain and can really get in there, step it up, and make sure they have that tech and make sure they nail that hard knee every single time and have those extra buttery combos on deck.
Oh, extra buttery. Shout-outs to Paula Dean. I thought we were going to be seeing a rest after that up air, but instead we're going to see the Bears, and Bluezaft extends his lead by 1.
And this is a great choice that we're seeing here. We're seeing Bluezaft here just being smart, opting for center stage, trying to make sure he weaves his way outside of all those excess grabs or all these knees and comes in there and rests on him. But right now he extended his lead and he gets punished right there with that Falcon punch. But it's okay. He's still one stock up. He can play really smart, and if he gets the same situation one more time, he wins the match.
Very true, Neptune. Very true. But Darkrain, they don't call him the mind reader for nothing. You can expect some big combos as soon as he starts picking up on some of Bluezaft's tendencies. Bluezaft playing it really safe, using these aerials so cautiously. And he's not afraid to be patient either. He knows that Darkrain, he wants to come in, get one of those grabs, and then follow it up with a crazy combo. That's why that last KO that we saw, he just crouched underneath the grab and got the rest.
Wow, the psychic. The psychic. He knew exactly where Randall was and landed perfectly. Jeez,
man.
He landed a bomber blind and just perfect.
Dude, the Red Baron.
Yeah,
the Red Baron. Up smash.
My goodness.
Not quite enough to KO, even with this lower ceiling. Falcon being one of the faster followers in the game, but the back air is going to seal it. Bluezaft taking it with a pretty convincing 2-stock.
Yeah, he did an excellent job of just coming in there, being smart. But my favorite moment in that match was duck, rest, nap time, lights out. Gosh.
Now is the tricky part. Where can you take Puff? You want a big stage so you can run around, have a nice, extensive combo that Falcon thrives off of.
But you don't want the big blast zones.
Exactly.
You want something more tight-knit. So whenever you Falcon need them, you take them straight to the blast zones. And there's the chip pick that we're seeing for Final Destination.
Yeah. Going straight for FD, game number 2, Darkrain. Got a bit shaken up, honestly, in game 1, but let's see if he can maybe tighten things up.
He can definitely tighten things up this time around. What he's trying to do is keep using these up airs multiple times, keep juggling Puff up, and take advantage of that lightweight, and boom, catch him with that knee. Those down throws and those up throws can really send them up into a combo setup position to finish off stocks effectively with those hard knees.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Neptune, and you can already see Darkrain really finding his pacing at a nice string of bears. I'm just still waiting for that one opportunity for him to plant that knee. There it is. Right off of that up air. Darkrain extending his lead by 2. Tried to get the stomp out, but that does have a little bit of startup, and it was clipped by that neutral air from Bluezaft. He was really trying to force that forward smash, and here's the punish because of it.
Wow, multiple stomps there, trying to really finish him off there, and we're seeing those air dodges from time to time out of Darkrain because he says, you know what, I think it's too linear for me to just simply go straight onto the edge. I got to make sure I throw in that extra X factor in air dodge. Unfortunately, it comes to bite him in the butt sometimes. With that one, misplaced, and now he's fighting from a stock down. He has Puff at 54%, but Bluezaft is very mindful about this and is just going to do his best to just match the jumps and keep putting out a disjoint in front of him and make sure that that approach gets stuffed out.
No tech from Bluezaft, and that's the little things that Darkrain is really going to be considerate of. He's so good, like Bluezaft, at downloading the opponent, and that's why a character like Falcon is perfect for him.
Oh, no.
No, it was the Falcon punch.
How?
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Bluezaft shaking his head like, really, dog?
That's so bad. That's so bad. You built someone up just to break them down so much.
Oh my goodness. Good choice using the Nair. Drops down Nair again, taking Darkrain all the way across to the other side of the stage here. And tried to use the side B to bring him back over to the sides, but unfortunately, Darkrain's not having any of it.
Gets the reverse knee. Excellent. And following up with that set of up airs. Can Darkrain close this out right now? Another up air, but Bluezaft is still hanging in. Using that pound. Gets back to the ledge.
Baby!
Eats the knee.
Team Rocket blasting off again. That was awesome. He plants that knee right there. Boom. Right in the kisser. And then he's gone. Blasted off. So, it was really strong to see how Bluezaft kind of taking that into account, saying, you know what, I see you coming at me, back here, stay away, swatting him out. So many different times. But, I mean, the thing is that with Captain Falcon is that he's an explosive character. Eventually, when he hits you hard, and the payouts are massive. Now, granted, you do have that with Puff with rest. However, it's a bit more hard to come across. So you have to really set them up for it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments we're seeing this time around.
Keep in mind, Falcon is arguably the best punish game in Melee, and especially when you whiff a move like rest, you're going to be paying for it. And I think that this counter pick is perfect for Bluezaft. It gives him nice long blast zone, so whenever he's hit by Darkrain, he can live with some good DI.
Just like this.
Ooh, not necessarily the best DI, but he's living anyways.
Yeah, he's making a good use of it. And it's a testament to the idea of the floaty recovery that you get with Puff. And you also get to show off the lackluster recovery of Captain Falcon.
And not only that, this is a smaller stage, which means Darkrain, 1, has less room to run around, and 2, less room to actually stay on the stage anytime he gets hit. Which means that Bluezaft's job, his game plan of just pushing Darkrain off of the edge and confirming with back airs is that much easier. Gets the grab. Ooh.
Oh, yes, there's the full punish that I want to see. Even if you get that upbeat, you still have to land and you still have recovery. You see Bluezaft knowing that and coming in there with that quick rest.
And even though Bluezaft hit that rest, he couldn't get punished by Darkrain because it was a star KO off the top.
Yeah, it's very important.
Very, very important. Bluezaft looking pretty solid, but there's the knee once again. Can Darkrain this time finish his play? Back air is going to do it, and it's only a 26% difference.
Oh my goodness. Good back air. And these guys are just going back and forth. They're trying to really use those long limbs that they have and really control the space between the two of them. Oh, I expected oh, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted that cross up into grab. This is insane. Oh my goodness. Multiple up airs, really stringing them together. Only thing that could make it better right now is looking for that knee, and I think Darkrain has that exact thing in mind.
Ooh, and you called it. He's looking for the knee. Couldn't quite find the hard knee, though. Keep in mind with Falcon, for those of you newer players, he has 2 types of knee. He has the explosive knee that has an electrifying effect that has a lot of knockback, but he also has the sour spot knee, which doesn't have nearly as much power behind it. That being said, he can utilize that soft knee to actually combo into a hard knee if he wanted to.
Oh, wow. So straight back into this next one. And Darkrain, out the gate, he's just fishing for it. Oh. And he finally gets it. It finally hits home, and now we have 1 stock apiece, even match. And these stomps are just what he wants. He wants to see if he can put Bluezaft down, and then he can get those tech chase abilities.
And not only that, he can pop up Bluezaft if Bluezaft is on the ground with those stomps, and they lead to, you guessed it, a knee. Among other options.
Oh my goodness, using those up airs, trying to see if he can play a little bit of soccer, trying to show off Pele style.
And unfortunately for Bluezaft, he ends up getting hugged before he can get the back air.
Oh, that was so scary for a moment.
Back air trades with the stomp.
He could be done here.
Oh, whiffs the rest, and Darkrain finishes it with the Falcon punch. Just look at Bluezaft's face.
Is stunned. He's stunned. He says, I can't believe it. That didn't hit?
It didn't work.
He messed up the spacing. That's the problem. He had a bit of time. It was a tight window because you see when Falcon lands, he has this a bit of recovery there where he kind of gets himself back into the neutral state. It's a small window there, and he could have been rested. The problem is that Bluezaft flubbed on the recovery, and that's where we're seeing the full punish from Darkrain. That was unfortunate because technically he won that. Bluezaft could be walking away with the win there. However, that one mistake, he bet the farm, and it didn't work out.
What a swing of events for Bluezaft, and that's massive. Even if he wins this game, he has to play the final game on Darkrain's terms because he'll be getting the counter pick.
Right.
It was so critical for him to win the game. I just hope that he can kind of find the mental composure to bring this set back because he is 1 game away from being knocked out of this tournament.
Well, let's see what he brings to the table here. Game 4, back airs. stocks.
There you go. That's the exact start that Bluezaft needed. Look at him, so content to hang by the ledge.
And he's going to use those multiple hops that Puff has and that floatiness to pull himself back onto the stage. He went and did it again. I don't know if that was a technical flub or a hard read.
Oh, it was a misread, man. Bluezaft, he's suffering from dyslexia right now more than anything else.
They're not speaking the same language yet. He thinks he has an idea. I think he might have had the concept there, but maybe there was just a little bit of flawed execution. We'll see what happens. We're going to come into this next bit here. Oh my goodness, stomp, knee,
ooh.
And it's going to be the reverse one, sends him back the other way, but it's not going to be enough to finish him here. Good DI, pushes himself back on, and multiple attempts here, multiple aerials. He really wants to close this gap and see if he can force Darkrain off right now.
Nice nair from Bluezaft, trying to fish for these grabs, finally gets it, but Darkrain able to get on the ledge before Bluezaft can punish with an aerial. Has another opportunity here. Oh, but barely out of time.
And he was looking for the punish here, forward throw, and we're seeing the back air. No, Cap, you're seeing Darkrain use that recovery to go to high platforms, and still you're getting a punishment off of Bluezaft, but not as heavy as like a rest would be.
I heard you, Neptune. You almost called Darkrain Captain Falcon, which honestly wouldn't have been a mistake. This is a man that truly embodies the spirit of Captain Falcon. Almost KOs Bluezaft there, looking for the up air, doesn't find it. Wow, going for the forward air there. That was kind of questionable. I thought a back air might have been a better option.
And there's one right there. That finishes the stock, but granted, Darkrain's 171. It's not going to take much from Bluezaft here to finish him off, but it's all about getting the hit confirmed. And Darkrain definitely has his mind on the prize, which is getting as much damage as possible. And if he can get a knee, he'll do it.
And I know that at that kind of percentage, he was willing to play a little bit more recklessly, really go out for some of those options, because what does he really have to lose? What does he really have to lose? Knee is going to send Bluezaft down to his last stock, and this might be the last time we see Bluezaft.
Yeah, this is losers. But granted, top 8, he's a fantastic showing. I want to see what he's got in store for us. Darkrain is looking pretty right now. He has the extra stock. He's trying to box out. Not punishing on that forward smash, though, from Bluezaft. Good stomp. He tried to follow on the tech chase there. No luck yet. Just content to wait. Content to wait. Pushing and pulling and controlling space.
He's closer and closer to the point where rest will be off the table, because if Darkrain DIs in a certain way and Bluezaft doesn't get the star KO, then Darkrain is going to be able to Falcon Punch. Rest is now, I think, off the table. He's going to need to clear this up clean, and he does so with the forward.
Yes, great job just holding on the ledge, keeping it simple, and now he's going to try to see if he can time out that invincibility. Good job doing it, and he's still off the edge. The positioning is right now in Darkrain's favor. Ooh, made a heavy commitment there with that down smash, and that's what allowed Bluezaft out the corner. They're still trading. They're moving back and forth, and that's going to be the knee that takes it.
Darkrain
advances,
knocking Bluezaft out of the tournament. He's going to go on, but shout out to Bluezaft for coming this far anyways.
Yeah, man. Bluezaft played phenomenally, and that's all goes back to his mentality, Matt. He has that mentality, played someone aside from him, and not really necessarily worrying about the matchups, not worrying about the tech skill, but playing the person that's in front of him, and does a great job doing it, and came very far doing it. So that's definitely something for all these new players that are coming in here. Make sure you work, not necessarily on your punish game, work on your reading of other people.